is Stephen Sondheim?
And every time that down leaves up, always loud down there. So the audience always feels a little jerked.
The god of musicals, the god of Broadway, the god of composer Broadway musical. All in that in one. I know that's crazy. It does maybe sounds crazy. Stephen Sondheim was one of the most influential composer of the 20th century and lyricist of Broadway, of course.
It has to be some unknown territory. It's got to make you nervous. If it doesn't make you nervous, then you're going to write the same thing you wrote before.
He worked as a lyricist on West Side Story, and he wrote the lyrics of Gypsy. So it's literally the link between the golden age of Broadway and the modern area of Broadway. The golden age was more like an happy, classic tunes, and the modern area was more like drama, dark, more complex and psychological, you know. One of his mentor, was Oscar Hammerstein. Yeah, it was Oscar Hammerstein too. As we know, he literally taught him how to structure a piece and a play. And fun fact, when Stephen Sondheim was like very young, he wrote his first musical at like 16, if I'm right. At 15, I wrote 15. At 15, and like he went to Oscar Hammerstein too, and he was like, there you go, this is my musical. And he thought that Oscar would be like, oh my god, this is so amazing, the best musical I've ever heard. This is literally the worst musical he's ever had. He spent like a whole day explaining Stephen why his musical was that bad, you know. So that's here they kind of started working together, because Oscar saw the potential, but he was not like at his maximum. Oscar literally told him that he was trying to copy his styles, but he has to focus on his style, like the style of Stephen, his own style, you know, because you have to be yourself, and we talk better about what we know.
Eventually, when you get to the big moments, there is a sense of structure because you've been using the material that you've been setting up all the way through.
Stephen Sondheim started as a lyricist, and he started with West Side Story and Gypsy, as I said earlier. He started by writing the the biggest show in the musical history, you know. So it was kind of a big thing for him. And he continued a little later to compose as a composer for a company in 1970. Yeah, 1970, for Sweetness 1979, and Sunday in the Park with George in 1984. My personal favorite is Sweetness. I just love this musical. Let me know what's yours in the comments. He was great, like as a lyricist and composer, it was great, but he wasn't only great. He believed in cutting every unnecessary word. I don't know if it's him. I think it's him. Yeah, it's him. He told in an interview that if there is a song that you can remove from the musical and doesn't like take any part of the story, and the story can just continue if you remove that song, is that the song is not important in the musical, and he believed in less is more.
So you go from one kind of a song to another kind of a song to another kind of song, and yet you have to somehow maintain some unity through these opening 12 or 13 minutes.
And he would have spent weeks looking for a simple rhythm for just one character, for just his special class and level, and it's just life. He would spend weeks working on it, because the details are just like the most important things for him. The music should sound like what is happening. Before Sondheim, a character literally sang how they feel by saying, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm furious. But Stephen Sondheim, a character have to sing more like what he doesn't want in life, how much they miss someone, how much they don't need someone, while they're singing, while they're making music, while the music is long and deep. He used dissonance. Dissonance is not that clash. He used dissonance to show the conflict, the internal conflict and mental conflict in the character. If a character is losing their mind, the piano will like sound offbeat or like broke. Sondheim didn't just write melodies, he was master of complex harmonies. He used the half-finished sound. It's like a thing where you write song and you leave it like it feels like the end. It's not ending. It's never ending. Like the song's never like fully completed, you know. It's feeling unfinished. And why? Because life doesn't always have a clean resolution. This is why I love him so much, literally.
Send in the clouds.
And fun fact too, he wrote like anything by hand, no technology for him. He avoided computer for a long time, and he was like just like compose by writing or just him, you know. Stephen Sondheim killed the happy ending story. He forced the humans and the people to look at the ugly part of the story and of the human nature. Greed, obsession, and failure of the marriage. And doing all that in a theater who often deliver like escape from the reality. He didn't want you to escape. He wanted you to feel, to be in the moment. He wanted you to reflect. As I said earlier, I read an interview of Stephen Sondheim and someone asked him a question, how do you write musical? And like his process to write musical is, first of all, he's attached to the story, so he's like fully into the story, doesn't write anything, he just have the story and he takes a moment to hug the story, if I can say, and then he's looking for, he finds a solution to count it, to tell it. For him, music was necessary, it wasn't just a piece you can like put away, it was necessary for the show. And his first musical is actually a funny thing to happen in the forum, something like that. A funny thing happened on the way to the forum, yeah. I haven't seen that one, but I have to say it. And this show and for the other show he wrote, he always said that he wasn't feeling like a composer, but like an actor, literally creator, like a real actor. It wasn't just a composer. And this is one of the main things that helped him being this big.
You can't get a unified score because there's dialogue in between. Operas have no dialogue, and so they can be conceived in the, you know, like X.O.X.O, in one long idea. The idea of the long line in music.
That goes from the first movement to the
that
to the
holds
end.
the whole thing together.
Right.
Now moving on to fun facts. I have a few fun facts on Stephen Sondheim I want to share with you guys. So I have like 3 or 4, something like that, but just listen carefully. So first of all, it's this about this song I Feel Pretty in West Side Story. Like he never thought this song was like good and amazing, because it was, for him, it was like too clever and remade for a character like Maria in West Side Story, saying she wouldn't use like word like alarming or charming in that context. Second fun fact, he had a game obsession, but not game like not gambling, it's okay. He had an obsession with like puzzles and logic games, anagram and cryptic crossword. And he even designed an high-tech treasure hunt in New York City for his friend. And his logic is literally visible in his musical. It's like concrete and it's built like a mathematical clock. Third fun fact, he created a show, Merrily We Roll Along, in 1981. It was such a disaster. It had like 16 performances and he almost quit theater after that one to write like novels, like fiction novel of mystery novels, just because this play was like wrong and not good. But it didn't work. I don't know if it was not good. I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. I have to see it too. And fourth and last fun fact, on the movie Tick Tick Boom, we actually have a snippet of Stephen Sondheim and the voice on the phone. If you haven't seen the film, it's kind of a spoil. The voice on the phone, it's literally him talking, and the script, he had a script at first, but he didn't want it to say the script because he wanted it to feel more like him, more true like him. So this is him. He wrote what he said on the phone, and because this is truly like what he would have told, make it sound more like him. My favorite thing about Stephen Sondheim, it's that is not like a show tune guy. He really writes how people feel and he doesn't lie about it. It's really accurate, it's messy, complicated and truthful.
Into the woods, it's time to go. I hate to leave, I have to though. Into the woods, it's time, and so I must begin my journey. Into the woods and through the trees to where I am expected, ma'am.
Now we're gonna move on the last point of the video, which is the legacy of Stephen Sondheim, because he destroyed the old way of Broadway and the old blueprint of Broadway and of what musical was allowed to be. He made the song inseparable from the character. And you can't like just take a song from the musical and from a musical of Stephen Sondheim and sing it in a bar or in a karaoke, because it had like no sense if you sing it alone. It's part of the story, you know, it's part of a story, of one story. It only works if you're like playing the character, you know. You can sing it in a bar, but people who don't know the story would not understand, you know, wouldn't understand. And one of the biggest impact is that he ended the area of the Tin Pan Alley musical and entered in the area of musical dramatism. He left like a full heritage behind him. If you could put like a family tree, it would have been like Oscar Hammerstein 2, Stephen Sondheim, and like Lin-Manuel Miranda, Jonathan Larson, and like Rachel Bloom. Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think we all know who that is, the creator of Hamilton himself, and he did In the Heights too. In the Heights, he considers Stephen Sondheim like his North Star, and the complex and the fast, speeded song in the Milton is literally it's a direct evolution of the pattern of Stephen Sondheim songs. Jonathan Larson, the creator of Rent, the biopic is Tick Tick Boom. It was like the protege of Sondheim. Stephen Sondheim actually wrote him recommendation letters. Sorry, sometimes my accent is American, sometimes my accent is British. Cannot help it. He won the Pulitzer Prize for drama with Sunday in the Park with George. He forced the serious art world to recognize the musical like high-level arts.
Was it you who said that the theater is the only art form where all the critics are ignoramuses?
I don't think so. Oh, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, what I...
He proved that a musical can be truly a deep philosophical meditation about human nature. Sondheim's legacy is not that he made musical popular, it's that he made musical adults. He took a genre that was about a chorus girl and tap dancing and throw it and turn it into a mirror for the human soul. He taught us that nice is different than good. It's a line from Into the Woods, for those who knows. And he taught us that being alive is being alive, messy, painful and unfinished. Thank you so much guys for listening to this video and for being here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know who should I do next, just tell me. And thank you for not being like super duper hard on my accent, because I'm French and so I don't have a perfect English accent. Thank you so much, and we're catching up soon, really soon, 2 videos by week. For now, kisses, and we see each other soon. Bye bye.